Jonah Hill. He saved the day. He convinced Kanye West that all Jewish people ain't bad. Kanye Adidas, they done patched the beef. And you know what, folks? I apologize because I was saying for the longest after I did the Northwest Ice Spice video, I said I was gonna come back and drop my video on Kanye. It was a prediction video. I knew this was gonna happen. And let me tell you why. Look, so like the investors are saying, because let me fill y'all in on some background context here. Adidas, the CEOs, like the business executives, they're being sued by the investors of Adidas because they're losing out on their money. And their argument is that they knew exactly what the company was getting into when they hired Kanye West, when they partnered with Kanye West. Right? Can't say hired because that man's not an employee. He's a business partner. Get that shit clear. They knew what they was getting into. Kanye West has always been a controversial figure. Not always, but always. You know what I mean? When Kanye was for the soul Kanye, he was controversial to the whites. George Bush hates black people. Who would have thought that nigga would be getting a shoe partnership with Adidas, a company that was founded by Nazis? They knew what they was getting into. The reason why they got into it in the first place is because it made money. Kanye makes money. All right. We live in a time when capitalism is fueled by sensationalism. All right. People like to be entertained. People like to be stimulated. People like to see flashy shit. People like to have new shit. All right. Consumerism is at an all-time high. You feel me? So things that just generally attract attention can end up being profitable because it catches people's attention. It does exactly that. Case in point, Donald Trump. That's how he became president. All right, he caught the attention of the masses and got a big enough mass following where people paid so much attention to the shit that was going viral. No one cared about the shit that was going under the books. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people who voted for Trump don't even know his policies. A lot of people who voted for Biden don't know his policies. A lot of people who vote for their presidents don't know their policies. That's just the truth of American politics. But if the friendly folks don't say that shit, nobody else is going to say that shit. So make sure you know who you vote for. That's some gas right there. And if you got a problem with who you voting for, vote D. Alonzo Lang for president. All right? I'm about to put myself on the ballot because this shit is getting ridiculous. But hey, that's another rant. That's another story. Look, the point is, Adidas knew what they were getting into with Kanye. On top of that, they invested too much into Kanye. All right? They had to, though. Adidas had to depend on Kanye because who the fuck else was Adidas going to depend on? Derrick Rose. Hate to fucking see it. Hate to fucking see NBA stories like that. But one of the greatest MVPs, one of the greatest careers that we never got to see pan out due to injuries. Very unfortunate. You had a shoe deal. Your MVP gets injured. Shoes ain't that popular no more. Damian Lillard, Rookie of the Year. That's it. That's all we got to Dame. That and Dame Dollar. Do you listen to Dame Dollar's music? I don't. I can't personally say I do. I watch him hoop, though. I don't watch him win. The shoes don't sell that much. That's just how the way the game goes. I don't even know who else has a shoe deal with Adidas. All right? So, bringing on Kanye after he had just collabed with Nike, that has been the bulk of their profits and the bulk of their sales. Yeezys. They have too many Yeezys already made to just not sell them. So, they got to deal with what they had to deal with. You can't throw all that shit out. You can't recycle all that. That's already been made. You can't waste all that sweatshop labor. What's wrong with you? Come on now, that's not how capitalism works. You know? But what it really demonstrates is just how selective cancel culture is, right? Capitalism is never going to get in the way of racism towards anybody, towards Jewish people, towards black people, towards Asians, even towards white people. Capitalism is never going to get in the way of that because it sells money to somebody. All right? Putting down one group implicitly puts up other groups. You know, it's not as clear as night and day, but if I say everybody is lower than niggas, where does that leave niggas? If a white man says everybody is lower than the whites, where does that leave the whites? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of shit that Kanye could have been canceled for prior to this. His behavior towards Kim. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that creepy X shit. And I appreciated the music. I'm not finna sit up here on a high horse like Kanye's not one of my favorite rappers. But I'm not a delusional fan. You gotta be able to say when that shit is wrong, man. You gotta... Come on, man. Love is about acceptance. You feel me? Loving who they are. Loving the decisions they make. Like, also loving yourself. You can't be overly dependent on one person, even if it's your spouse. You know what I mean? If that person's ready to move on, let them go. Let them go, man. Life is too short. Life is too short, man. And it just kind of shows that life is so short that we don't even know. The investors don't care about the shit Kanye said anymore. Like, that's how short life is. Like, they just trying to get back to the money. Like, nigga, that was 3 months ago. We got shoes to sell. What's up? Who cares? Black, white, yellow, red, purple. The only color faces they care about is green. Alright? So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. Let's keep this whole Kanye situation in mind. And let's be very clear that when we are attacking racism, we're going to have to attack capitalism in some way too. The two fuel each other too much to not be linked in some type of way. That's all I'm saying, man. So look, there's a lot we can learn from this Kanye and Adidas situation. If you ain't bought your pair of Yeezys, you might want to buy them now, because once them bitches gone, they might be gone for good. The Adidas variant. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I still ain't bought a pair of Yeezys. I'm not really, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm a minimalist at heart. You feel me? But we'll see. We will see. We will see.